Okay, hello, my final video on triangles is on the area of a non-right angled triangle. You could actually use it for a right angled triangle, but obviously we know that a right angled triangle is just base times height divided by 2, okay? If you have an isosceles triangle, something that looks like this, obviously you can find the area of it by putting a line down the middle and making it into a right angled triangle. Using either Pythag or trig or whatever you need to use to find any missing side that you don't have, okay? But this formula would work on all triangles, but we are going to specifically use it for non-right angled, non-isosceles triangles, okay? So, here we go, we are finding the area of this. Now, obviously, from our work on sine and cosine rule, we know that big letters are angles and little letters are sides. So here, in our formula, half AB sine C, the sides that we have got are A and B, and the angle is C, okay? So we need to call our angle, the angle we've been given, big C. That has to be big C, which means that is little c, that side. Doesn't matter about A and B, so let's call that one A, which means that's little a, that's big B, that's little b, okay? You will notice that in order to use this formula, your angle has to be between your two other sides, your two given sides, okay? So the angle here has to be between these two sides. If we had this angle, it wouldn't help us because we need the angle in between these two, okay? If that happens, obviously you need to, it'll be a bigger mark question, and you need to use either the sine or the cosine rule to find another thing that you require, okay? So another side or another angle, all right? So here we go, area of a triangle should be nice and easy. A half times little a, 13. Oh, you ought to always write your formula, sorry, that was very remiss of me. You ought to always write your formula first, half AB sine C. So a half times little a, which is 13, times little b, which is 9, times sine, 64. Okay, and you plonkety plonk that into your triangle, 0.5 times 13 times 9 times sine 64, and you get 52.579 blah blah. So that's 52.6. Its area, so it is measured in whatever your unit is. So here it's meters squared. Okay. Right, now I'm not going to be able to do examples of every type, but I'm going to do 2 more examples of trickier ones, okay? So something like this. You have been asked to find the area of this triangle, okay? So your initial thought is, okay, well I know area is a half AB sine C. I need an angle. Here I need an angle, I need it, this has to be an angle. I haven't got an angle here. Okay, so we're going to first of all need to find an angle. You can pick which one you're going to find. I'm going to find this top one. I'm going to call that X. So now I've got 3 sides and I'm trying to find an angle. Oh, the angle's the odd one out. I need to use the cosine rule. So if I'm using the cosine rule to find an angle, I know that the rule is cos A equals B squared plus C squared minus A squared over 2BC. And I want whatever I'm trying to find to be A. So that has to be big A, that can be little a, and it doesn't matter about the other 2. Okay, so I've got cos X is, if you need help on this, refer to my other video on sine and cosine rule, and hopefully it'll all become clear. So 9 squared plus 15 squared, take away 17 squared over 2 times 9 times 15. That will give me something very small, hopefully. So 9 squared plus 15 squared minus 17 squared over 2 times 9 times 15 gives me a small number like that. And we're going to do, I've just messed it up. Here we go. It was 17 over 270. So then to find X, I'm going to do inverse cos to the minus 1 of the answer, which is 86.39010013. Now I would try not to round it because you've got to use it later, okay? So that angle there is now 86.39 blah de blah de blah, okay? Here's my triangle again, if it helps you, 9 meters, 17 meters, 15 meters. This angle here, 86.39 blah blah blah, okay? Right, now we're trying to find the area of a triangle. So the area we know is a half AB sine C. Where do I need my angle? I need that to be C. So I previously called it A. I'm now going to cross that out and call it C. So that is big C, which means this has to be little c down the bottom. And I have to change what I was calling C, so that can now be A, that can be little a, and B can stay where it was. Okay, we are changing the way we've called our triangle. Okay, so now we are checking in the area. So I've got a half times our new A, which is 15, times our new B, which is 9. This goes back to what I was saying earlier about these two sides need to be between, need to hold the angle. So the angle has to be between our two sides, our little a and b. Okay, so it's those two. 5 times 15, times 9 times a half times sine 86.39 blah blah blah. Now I haven't got rid of that on my calculator, so it's much easier if you keep that on your calculator, and I go sine of my answer times 9 times 15 times a half should give you 67.36607 blah blah blah. It's 67.4 meters squared to 3 sig fig. Okay, right, let's do one more example then, finding the area. So here we are given another triangle. We're going to start off with area being a half AB sine C. Now in this formula we need two sides, little a and little b. The problem is we only have one side. We've got two angles and we have one side. So we're going to have to try and find another side. Now this side, oh, that's annoying. Hope you can't hear that car alarm. Very annoying. I'll do this one on the next video.